Hey everybody, thanks for watching The Great Green Room. My name is Julia. Today we're going to be looking at Magic Spell by Julie Pashkus. This is the story of the Great Aziz and a magic show that went terribly wrong. The Great Aziz turns a fish into a dish, he turns a rose into a hose, he turns a wire into a fire which gets put out by the hose that he so conveniently conjured earlier. But things start getting really out of hand when he plays a trick on his assistant. He turns her wig into a pig, and she doesn't think that's funny at all. So she grabs his wand away from him, and they have a magic battle. And this is definitely, as you probably guessed, this is definitely a wordplay book. If your kids are just learning how to read, say 5 and 6, they'll probably appreciate this more, especially later on in the book where the wordplay gets a little bit more complicated. So she turns his hat into a bat. She turns the bat into a bag, so we switched to the last letter. She turns the bag into a bug, so now we're at the middle letter. And things go on from there until they realize that they really need to work together to get this show back under control. Like I say, if your kids are just learning how to read, they would probably appreciate this book. I could see this being a big hit being read aloud, for example, to a kindergarten class. If they don't know how to read yet, or they're not really quite at that point where they're wondering about spelling, they're probably not going to like this book very much, because they just won't understand the point. Also, I wasn't the hugest fan of the illustrations. I thought they were just a shade on the too abstract side. I felt like if you're going to have a book illustrating how different words can change after you change just one letter, then the pictures should be more precise. Like those don't look like roses to me, for instance. I realize that that's a little bit nitpicky, but that's my personal opinion on the illustrations. Again, because I feel like this book has kind of limited appeal, I probably wouldn't buy this for myself. I probably wouldn't check it out again. I'm going to give Magic Spell by Julie Pashkus a 3 out of 5, worth a single checkout.